I'm Leon Johnson, National President, Tuskegee Airmen Incorporated, and the importance of the convention is it brings an opportunity for the organization to do the business that it needs. It also gives an opportunity for our airmen, our documented original Tuskegee Airmen, to see friends that they haven't seen for a long time, to make some new acquaintances, and to talk to youth so that the youth can get the story firsthand about what these men and women did, which isn't in the history books, and how important it was to many things that have happened in American society. We have one national convention each year. We're divided up into 3 regions with 55 chapters in 39 states. So the chapters meet monthly. The regions have our regional caucuses where they get opportunities to meet, but we have one national convention each year. We normally rotate it among our 3 regions, the Central Region, Eastern Region, and Western Region. We're in the Eastern Region this year. We'll be in the Western Region next year. Next year, they're going to be in Las Vegas at the JW Marriott Hotel in Las Vegas.
Activities, not just this year, but years in the past, and hopefully in the future as well. And to express that, among other things, we will not call him a guest speaker, we will call him just a featured speaker. And that individual is Norvell Dillard, who is the Acting Director of DoD Diversity and Inclusion at the Office of Diversity Management and Equal Opportunity, United States Department of Defense. Rod Dillard serves as the Acting Director of Diversity and Inclusion for the Office of Diversity Management, and as the Director of D&I Management, he provides oversight and strategic guidance to specialists located across the DoD enterprise. He provides advice and guidance to DoD leadership at the highest levels, including the military services and defense agencies, concerning all diversity and inclusion management nationwide and worldwide, as well as compliance issues. Mr. Dillard retired as a colonel after active duty in the Army in 2008, after serving more than 26 years in numerous command and staff positions. He graduated as a distinguished military graduate with a bachelor's degree in mass communications from Norfolk State University, dual master's degrees in management and computer resources management from Webster University, and a master's degree in national resource strategies from the Industrial College of the Armed Forces. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Norvell Rock Dillard.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I want to certainly thank Brother Marv Abrams for their very kind introduction. For a minute now, I wanted to know what he was talking about, but he read it just like my mother wrote it for him. So thank you. I appreciate that. As he mentioned, I'm Rock Dillard, and I would like to be known as a featured friend. For the longest time, I have had affinity not only for Tuskegee Airmen, but I started off in high school, Air Force ROTC, wanted to fly. Eyes were bad. Later on, they told me maybe I could in the Army. Bottom line is, dreams are for free. Realizing dreams is where the real work comes from. So I appreciate what y'all do. But really what I came to do today, and I asked Marv if it was okay if I just came to say thank you. I want to say thank you, first and foremost, a story I told. I asked this gentleman if it was okay if I did it before I came up here, because I was raised one of 9 in a place a little bit larger than a 2-car garage, but my parents taught us what respect was. And it was not a house, it was a home. But every day, when I walk into the Pentagon, I'm fortunate enough to walk down the Air Force corridor, and there's one gentleman that just stands out to me every day, and he has this infectious smile in the frame on the wall there. And today, when I finally met him for the first time, he said, "I'm just telling you hi." And that's Mr. Roscoe Brown over here. God bless us that saw the blue red tails. We have mad respect for what was done for that. But this is for real. Yeah. This is for real. You got Dr. Brown here. You got Colonel McGee. You got so many legendary folks that are with us today. So I just want to say thank you. And let's give them a round of applause. I also want to thank the President. Where are you, President Johnson? Okay. For what he does for this effort, for the Tuskegee Airmen Incorporated. How can the Department of Defense not be a part of this? Thank you for what you do. Now, what we recognize this as a problem. There's issues associated with diversity, not enough of whatever. But we're trying to fix that. So we're trying to start a program that's been in existence forever. That's the Tuskegee Flight Program. So with the challenge, Rock, I need you to set up an operating program, but I want you to use existing systems. We call the gentleman named Trent Dudley and some others that have already done this. So we're trying to work together this year, and we've got students that are in underprivileged, underrepresented communities, some in Washington, D.C., some in Baltimore County, some in Maryland, that we want to join in where they may not otherwise have this opportunity. Ultimately, having kids in the air next summer down in Tuskegee on Mobile Field. Let's get going on front. I also want to recognize a special group this year. How many parents do we have? Raise your hand. There are parents that are with their kids today. Okay? All right. Listen. Grandparents that are with their kids. Okay? Let me tell you what I recognize. What I recognize is you get tremendous credit for what I would call hand-carrying our future. Because you're here, you're with them, you recognize how important this is. So thank you so much for being here. Because you are invested truly in a legacy that continues. And we thank you for that. Now, for students, I've got a story for you. It goes back to times in Alaska, still to this day. There's a lumberjack competition every year. 2 lumberjacks, best, strongest, chop down the biggest trees. Whoever chops down the tree first is the winner, gets $1,000. This particular year, and a person kind of looked like Arnold Schwarzenegger, like The Rock, young, strapped, ready to go. Then they had another individual, maybe looked like, Arnold or The Rock's father or grandfather, kind of like me, That was the competition. Well, bottom line is the gun sounded, bam, and they got to swing. They were swinging, they were matching, swing for swing on this tree. After about 5 minutes, the older guy sit down. What did the young guy say? Got him. See, he can't hang with you. I mean, why would he even try? Older guy got back up, they started swinging again, matching stroke for stroke. Older guy sit down again. He said, he can't stick with you. Long story short, he looks over and the older guy's tree falls first. Now the younger guy has what we call today an attitude. Not happy. Didn't even want to shake his hand. Say, oh man, I saw you sit down twice. I thought you quit. Older guy, touched him on the shoulder, said, young man, when you thought I was resting, when you thought I was quitting, I was actually sharpening my axe. You see, for all the students, you have to understand that's what you are here for. Your axe is your mind. The science, technology, engineering, math things that you're learning, folks hand carrying you around, You're sharpening your mind. Your mind is your axe. We need you. What you believe in your heart, what your mind can see, your heart believes, you can achieve. You've got to believe that. You've got to believe that. Again, I will say to you, you have to see my past. You have to understand folks who can carry these past. So a lot of times you see, Dr. Brown, or you'll see General Johnson, you say, that's what I want. That's what I want to be. You want it right now. But see, you got to take the journey. The learning is in the journey. You got to walk that path, and you can do that. And I'm encouraged by you being on the right line. You're so much further along than we were. But you don't realize it because you're in it. But you're on the right line path. We're so proud of you. Let's give our students a big round of applause. Now, I will share with you that when I was in high school, I was a bit of a clown. So I was an athlete. I was in wrestling for years. And I just didn't take school seriously. I went in the Air Force on TC, quite frankly, at the time. I thought that girls like the uniform. I didn't care anything about being a girl or anything like that. Until I got in trouble, and I realized it was my only opportunity. I went and applied for many, many schools. I had the opportunity about 5 years ago to talk to an audience like you, mostly presidents of universities. I told them, I wrote to all of you. And I still waited to hear back. Got letters back from nobody but Norfolk State. Spartans. But they gave me an opportunity. Don't waste the opportunity. Move on what you have. You're so far ahead. And we're so blessed for it. One of the things I will tell you that I'm blessed to be a part of the Department of Defense. I've been in the Department of Defense since they've been for over 30 years. We've got so many opportunities that are there for you in all the services. But not just that. Now that I've retired after 27 years, what I realize is there's another side. There's also a corporate side. I mean, who is the commander-in-chief of all the services? Can I tell you? President Barack Obama. Who's the Secretary of Defense? Secretary Hagel. He's not wearing a uniform. Secretary of the Air Force, Secretary of the Navy, Secretary, you understand what I'm saying? So you have a corporate side also. So for those who may not be interested in the military side, or doing it military side and transferring out, understand that there is a career field in every imaginable job that you can imagine. From air traffic control to science to technology to engineering. So know that that's there. We'll have the opportunity to talk about that more exactly, but I want to share that with you. The opportunity that you have. And in our office, just know that I'm speaking on behalf of Mr. Clarence Johnson, the director, Tuskegee Institute, then Tuskegee University graduate, who's serious about this. We're serious about this organization. We're serious about this program. We're serious about the youth. We're serious about fixing this problem. So we're going to do this together. But today, once again, I just want to say thank you. And for all of you here, you may not be the lily valley, that oak tree that sits on top of the hill, or that bright morning star. But I pray that God will enable you to be the absolute best of whatever you are. Thank you so much. Please remain in your seats until we can gather all of them out of the room. All right?
And at this time, we're going to give you a dirty look. I will ask our national president to give us closing remarks. This is the contract.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you've heard me say this before, you'll hear me say this again. It is about youth. It is about getting the message out to the young people. It's about going out there and talking to young men and women when they are in middle school. Because unfortunately, decisions are made at that age that affect quality of life, lifestyle, friends, academic decisions are made at that level that will affect these youth for the rest of their lives. You know, I say this to the young people. I use 3 words when I go out and talk to young people. They are progress, demands, sacrifice. PDS. Progress, demands, sacrifice. If you want to be somebody, if you want to do something in this life, it requires sacrifice. It requires sacrifice on your part. It requires sacrifice on the parts of those who are your family and your friends. Because you aren't making this journey alone. They have to make sacrifices. They have to pay those bills that you aren't prepared to pay when you're young. They're the ones who have to do those things. So progress demands sacrifice. At some point, you're going to find yourself having to make a decision. Do I go to the mall and hang out, or do I do that homework assignment? Okay? Do I play that video game, or do I do the homework assignment? Do I do that little bit extra that's going to make a difference? If you want to progress, you must make sacrifices. That's what I see. 3 words, PDS, progress, demands, sacrifice. The afternoon, the youth have a very full schedule of activities. For the rest of us, what I would like our members to do and our guests, please depart here, go down the hallway, go into the exhibit area.